perfect timing. I've got a batch of new items in just for you. Just for you. Well, maybe not just for you, but you're the first to try them. Yeah? Good timing, good timing, good timing, good timing. Okay, well, sit down. Do you have a look what we've got? Yeah? Well, two of them kind of go hand in hand. So I'm going to show you the first one because we need to know how to use that before we can use the second one. Okay, cool. Right, well, this first object you need to be really careful with, okay? This is something that can be dangerous if you use it not in the correct way. And it is matches, matches, matches. Have you heard of a match before? Yeah. You tend to use lighters. Well, lighters are actually quite difficult. I find lighters difficult to use, so if you're able to use a lighter, then you should be okay with these. So, you have, you can see here, a box. Some boxes are a little bit smaller. You can get ones that are like that big. When I was little, we used to use the small match boxes. So you're talking maybe a couple of inches long, and used to have competitions in your school to try and fit the most little items into the matchbox as possible, and whoever managed to get the most items would win. So you'd put things like little buttons or safety pins, little pebbles you might have found, pennies, just tiny, tiny, tiny little things, just tiny, tiny little things. But this is a bigger matchbox, and you can actually get matchboxes that are bigger than this still. So these ones fit extra long matches inside. Extra long matches, which are usually used for things like barbecues, or I bought them specifically because I have large candle holders, so you can fit the matchstick further down to light the candle, so you don't burn your hand. However, the matches in this box are actually small matches. We ran out of the extra long match, so we filled it with some smaller matches. So those are the ones we will look at today. But they do the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing. Okay. So no matter what match I show you today, all matches work in exactly the same way. Okay. Okay, so here we have a little picture of some candles. That is just one thing you can use the matches to light. You can use matches to light barbecues, fires, incense, candles, lots of different things, fireworks. So on the back we have a few little safety warnings. It says keep away from children. Do you see? Keep away from children. That's really important because children must stay safe. There's always adults that should do things like this, but you are old enough to light your own match. It says strike gently away from body, and in this pack there is an average content of 45 matches. Okay, so matches are made from wood, and then on the end you have the little chemicals that will let the match be lit when whoop struck. Okay, shall we open the box? I'm just going to slide it open. So if you see here, there's a little box within a box. This is just the sleeve. So we're going to push, okay? Or maybe we'll pull. This box is not being very helpful. Okay, we'll pull instead. So you can either push, you see, I think because I've got nails on it's not really working. So we're going to pull it So we're gonna use both fingers, pinchy, pinchy, pinchy. You're just gonna slide, 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 slide. It's like a little drawer, yeah? Like you'd get in your kitchen. You can push to just slide back in. Pinch to pull, slide out. Fingertip just to push, slide back in. Good, but we need it open. So we're going to leave that open. And then you could just choose one match. Okay, I've chosen this one. You can see there's more matches inside. So like this pack says, it contains around 45. You can get more, you can get less, depending on the size of the pack. We're going to close this over because we're going to need this side of the box. Okay, ready? I'm going to close that over. Turn it round. Now on every single matchbox, you're going to get this kind of like sandpaper side. Yeah, like a rough sandpapery side. And you need this rough material to cause friction, to cause enough friction when you strike the match that it will actually light the end of the match. Do you see here? So this is the wood bit and this is the bit that will light. So we need to strike the pink bit. Can you see it's pink? That's the bit that we need to strike, okay? So you're going to start from this side and you're just going to move that along and then flick. Start at this side, move it along and then flick. But you have to do this quickly. You have to get the motion, you have to get the friction, and then it will light. It may take a couple of goes. It doesn't always work the first time, but it's fine. Also, you need to hold the match sort of in the middle. If you hold it at the end, you're going to get burnt. Another thing, if you hold it too tight, the match can actually break. The little stick can break sometimes, okay? Don't worry too much about that. It's happened to the best of us, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to do this one. So we're going to start here. I'm going to go a flick. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You see? Now we have to be super, super careful with matches, okay? Because they burn quickly. You see how it's burning all the way down the wood. When it gets to the end, you need to either dunk it in water or you can blow it out. Yeah. Even when you blow out a match, it's still advisable that you put it in water to make sure it is fully out, because if it's not fully out, it can set fire to things in your house. I'm going to wet my fingers. And then we know it's fully out. Okay, should we try that again? Yeah. Okay, so we have our matchbox. This one has, or did have, extra long matches inside. We use matches to light candles, fires, barbecues, incense, fireworks, anything that requires matches, or sorry, a fire, you can use matches for. So you always keep matches away from children. It's only for adults to use, and you can get them in lots of different sizes depending on your needs. So I'm going to open the little sleeve. It's going to push open this time. Push it open. And then you're going to choose one match. Just need one at a time. Choose this one. Okay, then we're going to slide the box shut because we need the side bit, don't we? Yeah. Then do you remember the motion? Start at this side, move along, flick. Start at this side, move along, flick. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect, 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 perfect. See the light? And what do we do? Would you like to blow it out? Did it together. So you can see that it has a little red glowing end, and that shows that it's not fully out. It is now, it's all black, but let's lick our fingers. Hear a little sizzle, and that means it's definitely out. Yeah, it's quite fun lighting matches. I like the sound of the sizzle that it makes. Okay, so I needed to show you the match in order to light the next thing that we've got coming up. I've actually already mentioned it previously, and it is incense. Have you heard of incense? Yeah. So, incense is like a stick that has a scent to it, that when you light it, it lets off a smoke into the air, and it is a scented smoke, a little bit like a candle, but it is a stick that will, the fire will work its way down, and little powder comes off, little ash where it's burning, and then finally it will fizzle out, and there is just a little wooden stick at the end. It's nice to use when you are meditating, or just to have a nice scent in your home. It's heavier scented than a candle, so perhaps not for everyone if you prefer a lighter scent in your home. So, as you can imagine, the same with candles, you can get many different scents. This one is energizing. This is an energizing scent, and here you can see what's inside. It has lemon, lime and grapefruit scents. It's got 20 sticks inside this package. I'm wondering what else it has. Let me see if I can read the... No, I can't read the what else is in there. But a lot of the time they will have things like bergamot, vanilla sometimes, like you can have maybe cinnamony smells to it, lots of different types of flowers, herbs. Depends on what you like. Some are quite a musky scent, some can be quite sweet, some can be quite fruity like this one. Lavender's always a nice one. I use that for when I am meditating or needing to sleep. But yeah, this is an energizing one, so it's kind of a fruity, zingy scent. Okay, so this is just the box. This isn't the incense stick. We don't light this. I'm going to pull out the inside of the packet. Okay, so we have a little crinkly pack inside here. Okay, and we can open one end. And inside this pack we have lots of little incense sticks. You see, there's more than one. We only need one for this session. I'll pick this one. So it's almost like a sparkler that you would get at bonfire night. So, and it kind of works like a sparkler too. You light the end, and then eventually it burns down and bits of powder will fall off until it gets to this point where the incense runs out and it will just go out. Would you like to smell it? Yeah. It's really, really light actually, this one. Very light. Very nice. Okay, so shall we show you how it works. You generally need a holder for your incense. So you can get little round holders, you can get long ones, you can get ones that you put incense that's like a cone. It's like a little cone that you just place inside a little sort of tub. It has little holes in it, and then the smoke just comes out the little holes. But we have the stick incense here. So let's grab the matches again. One out. Okay, I'm ready. Strike. Okay, so you're going to hold the incense on the wooden end, and you're going to just place the flame under the incense. Okay, that was close to burning my nail off. Try not to leave it that close to your finger. Okay, so we have this lit. Now we want to gently blow it out. Okay, you ready? And you will see that we have some smoke coming off. Do you see? That is the scent of the incense. So I'll just waft that for you to have a good little smell. And you would put that in your incense holder, and it would just let off the smoke into your home, and it will smell amazing. I would say they tend to last maybe about half an hour, and then the scent lingers for the whole day, if not more, which I find really relaxing. So we can just pop this out for now, and then we can go through that again. Okay? Okay. So we have our pack of incense sticks. You can get them in different scents, and you can use them for different things. These ones are energizing. You can get ones for meditation, some for just relaxation, lots of different things. So you choose your scent. Inside the pack you will have another pack which has all the sticks inside, and you just pull one of those sticks out at a time. Yeah, we're not going to light another one because that would be a waste. We're going to use the same one. So you've pulled your stick out like so. This one is still a little bit lit, but we can light it again. So we're just going to take out another match, and we are going to light it. Ready? Good. And then we are going to light the incense. Blow this one out, and then when you know this is fully lit and it is working, you blow that one out too, and you get your beautiful, make sure that one is fully out, you get your beautiful smoke coming off it. Beautiful smoke. You see? And then you put that into your holder, and you just let it fill your home with a beautiful scent. Good. Yeah, it is. It's really nice. Okay, next we have something silly. It's just a little silly children's toy, but I thought you might like it. So it's a little water game. The aim of the game is to get these little, see see them? The little coloured hoops on to these two sticks. Now then, how are we going to get them on? Well, this is shaped like a console. It's like a little mini Switch or a little mini DS or Game Boy, and it sort of works like that, but not really. You're just using these pads, these ones, they squish in. You could just push them with your fingers, and what it does is, can you see that there is water inside here? Don't worry, there is a plastic cover, so the water cannot get out. It cannot get out, don't worry, the water is safe inside this sort of screen. You see the water bubble as it moves? Okay, the picture is behind another plastic screen, so the picture cannot get wet, so that's behind another plastic screen, and then the water is caught in between the two, as are the little hoops. So I will show you how you're going to get these little hoops. You see there's red, green, yellow and blue hoops, and you have to get them on here. So I'll show you. You're just going to be pressing with our fingers. Ready? Press. Now, did you see what happened? Press. The hoops are rising into the water. So every time we press this one or this one, a little puff of air puffs into the water and it makes the hoops rise. Very clever, I know. So what we're aiming to do is puff and then puff and then puff. Do you see? We got a yellow one on. We got a yellow, oh, and a red one, a yellow and a red. You can kind of shake. You can kind of cheat. You can shake it so that it goes on fully. You can also move it to the left or the right if you want it to manoeuvre onto the stick. You can kind of not cheat but help it along a little bit. So now we want to go this side. We want to get some on this stick. So we're going to press, press. Oh, and we got the green one on. So you see we have a green one on this one, a red one and a yellow one on this one. You can make your own rules up, so you can maybe time yourself how many you can get on in like 60 seconds, or play with a friend and they have this side and you have this side, or you can just see how long it takes to get all of the hoops on both sticks. So you could like start a timer and then have a go. So let's see if we can get more on. See if we can get a blue one. We've got all the other colours, I think. Yes, there we go. We got the blue one. Now then, if you have got all the hoops on and you want to play all over again, because it is a very fun game, you simply turn this upside down, give it a little shake, and they should come off, but they're not. They're very naughty, so you just give it another little shake. Maybe I can, yeah, well, there we go. You could press those and have another little bit of air come up. They come off, turn it back round, and you're ready to start again from scratch. This background is a underwater background, but there are different games with different backgrounds in them. It does make sense though, because there's water, so it's good to have a little underwater scene. So we've got 1, 2 little seahorse in this one. I think this is an angelfish. Got a little hermit crab, I think, here. Some coral, and then some seaweed and other little underwater things in the background. And the back is just more plastic. It's like the casing for the water to make sure the water doesn't leak out, so it's fully enclosed, but there's no batteries or anything like that. It is just working purely on air being pumped into the little water section. Yeah, do you want me to go through it again? I know you're itching to play. It is a very cool game. So we have lots of little coloured hoops at the bottom. We have 2 sticks that we're going to try and get the hoops onto. There is water behind a plastic screen, and it is encased so it cannot leak out. It cannot make the picture wet or ruin it because there's another little case there. And what we're going to do is we're going to press the little pads and we're going to pump air into the water, and then they will send the hoops flying and hopefully land on one of the sticks. There we go. So we've got red and a blue, and a red and a blue on that one, and I think 2 blues on that one, but no yellows and no greens. And then to restart the game, you're going to turn it upside down till all the little hoops have gone back down again. Give it a little shake if you need to, get them fully off, and then we are back to the start again. Yeah, you like that one? It was just something no silly. I saw it and I thought it was perfect for you. So there you go. Okay. So we are now on to our 4th item, which is, we have 2 things for the 4th item. It's the same thing, but 2 different tops. So I can show you the difference. It is a jar, a little jar. It's a little glass jar. It's a little ditty one. Look how small it is. But it can still do its job. If you've got small things to put inside, it can do its job. Plus, I think it's very cute. So you can have it as like a little ornament. But let me tell you what a jar is for, and what it does, and how you use it. So, every jar has the base that you put items into, and they have a lid of some description. This lid is a cork. It's a cork lid. It's a cork lid, and you just have to pull, and then you can pop it back on. Pull, and then you can pop it back on. You see? When you have taken it off, pull, you have a little hole, and this is where you're going to fill the jar with any item you desire. So you could even put a little candle in here if you wanted. That would be a cute little thing to have on your shelf. I like to put maybe condiments in, or spices, things like that. I like to have it in the kitchen. I have a couple of these in the kitchen. So you could put sugar in it, you could put salt, pepper, you could put cinnamon, brown sugar, like spices if you like to make curries. They're just a cute little thing that you can have in your kitchen. But you could also put buttons if you're a crafty person. Maybe put buttons or little sparkly things, or maybe even glitter. It could be used for so many things. You just take the thing, you put it inside as much as you want. You can fill it right up, you don't have to. And then you're going to close it so whatever's inside cannot come back out until you open it again. Yeah, and it's nice and safe. This jar, like I say, is very tiny. Look, it's almost as big as my hand. And it is made of glass. This one is made of glass. This one is made of glass, but they're not all made of glass. You can have plastic ones, you can have tin ones, ceramic ones, lots of different types of jars. Of course, you can have much bigger jars. I have bigger jars. And I brought another one with me because not all of the lids are the same. This one is just a pull and push kind of lid. But we have here another type of lid. It is a glass jar again. It is a slightly larger glass jar, but here we have a more difficult mechanism to open it. So you see this metal sort of frame. This is how you're going to open it. Okay, you need to really pay attention for this one. This is much harder, okay? So you're going to take your thumb and you're just going to lift this. You see how it moves? Can you see when I do that? It moves, doesn't it? So we're just going to put our thumb underneath. You've got hold of it and you're going to push upwards like this. Okay. When you've pushed upwards, it will stay in place like that, you see? I'm going to come around this way so you can see. See how that sort of swings back and forward? So we are now going to simply unhook it from this little bit here. You want me to show you that again? So that was hooked on there like that. I'm just going to take this from the bottom and you're going to lift and you're going to lift and you're just going to lift, okay? Lift and then pull down. Then you can put your thumb here and simply open up like that, and then you can put goods inside of this one. This one has like a seal. Can you see the little seal? Like a plastic rubber. I think it's like a rubber seal. That stops air from getting inside whatever's in there and ruining it. So maybe this would be good for food. This one had granola in it, so if air gets into things like granola, it's going to make the granola a little bit soft, a little bit chewy. We want it crunchy. So this seal stops the air going inside it and allows whatever's in there, if it's food, to last that little bit longer, stay nice and fresh for longer. So to close it, you're going to lift this up, okay? You're going to just lift this up. You're going to make sure it's on top of the jar. Now you need this device for this one because at the moment, yes, it's kind of closed, but it's not sealed. Air can still get in this little bit because it's not, can you see there's still a little gap there? So that's why we need this mechanism to fully stop any air getting in. So we're just going to go the opposite way. We're going to hook that back on, you see? That's nice and hooked on. Then we're just going to pull down this time. Pull, 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 pull until it goes down to there. And it's nice and secure. Nice and secure. Not getting in anything in there unless you release the mechanism again. Okay, so we'll show you this one again and I'll show you the cork one more time. So we're going to lift this mechanism. We're going to lift the mechanism. We're going to pull this up and over. Then we're going to hold the hook, pull it back, and then it will fully open. You put your goods inside, whatever you want. Potions, if you like to make potions. This is also a good one for maybe like mint leaves or dried herbs, sage, things like that. You put this back on when you're ready. You're going to pull this up, hook it on to the little lip that's hanging out, and then you're going to grab this bit and you're going to just pull till it stops and it's nice and tight, nice and secure. Perfect, 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 perfect. This is also a glass jar. I do like glass jars, but just be careful when you're washing them that they don't smash, that you don't drop them. So I'll just show you how to use this one again. Instead of having the mechanism, you're just going to pull, put things inside, replace the cork. Pull, put what you want inside, replace the cork. Good. Really, you've got lots of craft things that you didn't know what to do with. It's perfect. Yeah, if you go to a craft store, you'll probably find quite a lot of those types of jars in there. Yeah. Oh, you're just going to be doing that all afternoon, aren't you? Tidying up your craft store. Okay. So the last item for today is another thing that you can play with. I love playing with this. I enjoy creative pastimes, I guess. It is made for children, but there is nothing wrong with adults playing with it too. And it is something called Play-Doh. Play-Doh. It's called Play-Doh. Play-Doh, Play-Doh, Play-Doh. This is the brand name. There are other brands. They will do exactly the same thing. I like Play-Doh because I like the scent of Play-Doh. It has a nice nice sweet scent, but you mustn't eat it, okay? You mustn't eat it. It's only for playing with. Yes, it smells nice, but it doesn't go in your mouth. Okay, good. And also because of the texture, I find some other doughs, not called play doughs, but like, I don't know what the other things are. It's dough that you can play with. They're quite sticky sometimes. This is a nice, firm but not too firm texture, and it doesn't sort of stick to your fingers. So, should we open it? This is the pot that we put it in. It's important that you always put the Play-Doh back in the pot at the end of playing with it and seal the lid, because if you don't, the Play-Doh will go rock hard. It's fine to have it out for a while you're playing with it, but if you leave it out overnight or for a whole day, it's likely to go hard, and then you have to throw it away. This Play-Doh is orange colour, and you can tell that because they always make the lid the same colour as the Play-Doh, so you know what you're getting inside. So if you've got a range of colours like I do, you've got a nice light blue, we've got the orange, we've got a nice bright pink colour, and we have a purple here as well. But there are so many different colours. You can see the colour from the lid. Okay, so we're going to open this up now. What you need to do is you just need to work along the rim of the lid, pulling it upwards, and then it will open up. Did you see what I did? You're just pushing up the lid, you're just pushing up the lid, just pushing up the lid of the Play-Doh, and then that will come off, and you see inside a nice orange. Now I've got nails on, so this is going to probably get stuck in my nails, but let's just have a little go. I'm just going to take some out, okay? Just going to take some out. You see? Okay, let's try and get some more out. Nails. What are they good for? Okay, I've got a bigger bit. Okay, I'm just going to show you the things that you can do with Play-Doh. So first of all, you want to have a little smell. It does smell kind of sweet, yeah. So you can roll it. You can roll it and make it into like a sausage shape. You can make a little head, and then maybe a little sort of snail shell. And you've got a little snail thing. But you can make anything. You can flatten it. It's nice and flat. You can make little patterns in it. Kind of reminds me of an owl. Could put little eyes in there. Little eyes, a little bit like an owl. A little bit. Okay, it doesn't really look like an owl. Fine. And then you can just squish it again. You can just squish it again, and you just start again. Another great thing about Play-Doh is you can mix the colours like paint. So if you have a black and a white, for example, you can just roll them together, two colours together. Just keep rolling, just keep kneading, just keep rolling, just keep kneading, just keep rolling and kneading together, and then you'll make, what does black and white make? That's right, it makes grey, and you can make a grey Play-Doh, and that will stay grey. It takes a little bit of mixing together, but it works. It's very, very clever. But it also means you have to be super careful, because if you want to keep your colours nice, like I do, I like to keep my colours nice. I like to keep them not mixed. You have to be super careful, because maybe don't press two colours together too tightly, etc. Otherwise, yeah, you're not going to be able to unmix them once they're mixed. So, what do you think? What do you think of the Play-Doh? to have a go. No, it's not like chewing gum. Please, please don't put it in your mouth. Please don't put it in your mouth. Look, I'm going to roll a ball. I know there's so many different things you can do with it. It's very exciting. Look at that. Look at the little ball. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you quickly again. So, put that back in the pot. Put the lid back on. You'll know it's on when you hear that click clack. You'll know when it's on when you hear that click clack, click clack. You'll know when it's on when you hear the click clack. So, Play-Doh. Play-Doh, Play-Doh, Play-Doh. Comes in a pot. You know what colour's inside because the lid of the pot is always the same as what's inside. We've got orange, we've got pink, we've got light blue, and we've got a purple. And they all have a nice scent, and they are all nice and soft but not too sticky. So you must not leave these out. You must not leave these out overnight. Make sure the lid is on every time you finish playing because the Play-Doh will go rock hard and you'll have to throw it away. So you can use this to make little models and you can make like pretend food with it. There are fun sets that you can get, like hairdresser sets where you can squeeze the Play-Doh through little holes and it will make pretend hair or spaghetti or whatever. There are little ice cream making sets. Again, you squeeze the Play-Doh through and it will come out like an ice cream into your cone. Very cute. I don't have any of those sets. I just have the original Play-Doh. I like to use my imagination. It's very good for your imagination. And it's also just like a nice feel. It's just a very mindful way of calming down, like a nice thing to do, just to take yourself away from busy life. And yeah, it's just a nice thing. So we open it up by pulling the lid off. We're just going to, and we've pulled enough, going to lift it off. And inside you have the Play-Doh. You just use your fingers to pull some out. Just going to pull some out like this. But look, you still have so much more left in the pot. You get a lot inside each pot. Then you can just play with it. It just pulls apart. Super easy. You can mix colours together. Then you can start creating. You can make balls. You can make sausages. You can put little patterns in it. Patterns. You can get little cookie cutter type things that will make animal shapes, things like that. There's so much to do with Play-Doh. There's so much to do. So many colours. So we are going to put this back in the pot and we are going to replace the lid like this. And what do we wait till we hear? The click, clack, click, clack, and then we know it's fully on. Pretty much like the jars with that lid that let the air, it's kept the air out, sealed it in. It's the same concept. Once it is sealed, the air cannot get in and it cannot ruin your Play-Doh. Yes, you may have that as well, no problem. You're going to have so much fun tonight. You're going to put all your crafty stuff in your jars, you're going to be playing the water game, and you're going to be making me something cool out of Play-Doh. Okay, well, I really need to rush now, but that was really good fun. Yeah, see, it doesn't always have to be hard learning, does it? It doesn't have to be hard. Alright, I will see you soon.